Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, September 24th, 2018. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. On Friday, September 14th, the Ministry of Human Resources hosted its annual orientation seminar to educate new employees about the rules and regulations, civil service procedures, and work benefits as outlined in the St. Christopher and Nevis Public Service Act No. 19 of 2011. The feature of the seminar was a presentation by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Human Resources, Edson Elliott, who discussed the Public Service Recruitment and Appointment of Officers Code, the Public Service Conduct and Ethics of Officers, the Public Service Code of Discipline, the Public Service Standing Orders, the Pension Act, and Nevis Island Administration's social media policy.
I feel like the public service is a wonderful organization. Certainly, we employ a whole lot of persons. You are fortunate to be one of those employees, but do not operate as if you are indispensable and you find yourself doing things which are unacceptable, because then you expose yourself for termination, and then we look to a whole set of persons, other persons who are outside there looking for the opportunity. So I will say, guard your job with all that you have. Make sure that those who are looking outside will just be looking from the outside, but you will not make your job very easy for anybody else to get.
Also present was Premier and Minister of Human Resources, the Honorable Mark Brantley, who described the orientation seminar as important.
We are, at the end of the day, a disciplined, and we're seeking to be more of a disciplined body as public servants. There are opportunities within the government and within public service. There's great value in public service. There are many who have made a good career for themselves and their families in the public service. Not all of you are going to stay. Some of you may move on ultimately to other pastures. I won't say greener, other pastures. But the truth is that there's great value in the public service. And we can look at many who have spent a lifetime serving the public and doing an excellent job of it. You should see yourselves as being here today, but ultimately there is mobility, supervisor, department head, assistant permanent secretary. There are all of these options that you should really look at and say, listen, I could have a life as a public servant, and a life that adds value to the island of Nevis that we all love.
Premier Brantley, who noted that the Ministry of Human Resources is seeking to make the public service a more disciplined body, also highlighted the fact that there is great value in the public service. The Ministry of Education, in collaboration with the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, CFBC, under the auspices of the University of the West Indies, UWI, has launched a Master of Education degree program, which, according to Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, the Honorable Sean Richards, marks the expansion of the academic program offerings at CFBC. The Master of Education degree program will see students remain home here at St. Kitts and Nevis while acquiring a master's degree through the University of the West Indies, said Minister Richards at the program launch at the Birdrock Beach Hotel on Thursday, September 20th, 2018. The program is unique as students not only have the benefit of earning a master's degree from UWI, but also have the additional benefit of face-to-face instruction at a local institution. All this is at a substantially reduced cost, thus making the dream of advanced study more accessible to ordinary citizens, said Minister Richards. Persons enrolled in the master's program will have opportunities to pursue programs of study in education leadership, language and literacy education, and school counseling. These are three areas which have been identified regionally and locally as areas for growth and development within the education sector, and which stand to improve the quality of learning and instruction within schools in St. Kitts and Nevis, says Minister Richards. The program is being offered at $8,500, of which the Ministry of Education is contributing $4,000 per student. The Charlestown Secondary School CSS won the first independence debate hosted by the Social Policy and Sustainable Human Development Unit and the Department of Youth and Sports. The debate took place at the Nevis Performing Arts Center on Saturday, September 22nd as part of the Independence 35 celebrations. Director of the Social Policy and Sustainable Human Development Unit, Alsted Pemberton, spoke of the purpose of the debate.
The SDGs are a shared agenda designed to achieve economic prosperity, social justice, and environmental protection. While we all may agree that the subject of sustainable development is not anything new, it is clear that with the 2030 global agenda, greater emphasis is now being placed on mainstreaming these SDGs into our national development framework. However, even with this new thrust, the issue of awareness still remains a cause for concern, and as such, the Social Policy and Sustainable Human Development Unit is seeking to bridge this gap by initiating ongoing sensitization activities and programs with and for the general public by collaborating with key stakeholders in all sectors, since sustainable development is a cross-cutting subject.
The Gingerland and Charlestown Secondary Schools participated in Saturday's debate at the Nevis Performing Arts Center. The winners, Charlestown Secondary School, amassed 584 points, while the Gingerland Secondary amassed 541 points. The Best Speaker Award went to CSS student Briandra Liburd.
Moderator, the aspirin we take for headaches, fossil fuels. The penicillin we use for antibiotic treatment, fossil fuels. The Benadryl we consume when we have sneezing, runny nose, and itchy throat, it contains a product called antihistamine, which also emanates from fossil fuels. Even the MRI scanners that we use in radiology rely on liquid helium to enable its superconducting capabilities that allow doctors to see what's going on inside our body. Guess what? Liquid helium is a byproduct of natural gas. Fossil fuels again. Well, tell me, how could fossil fuels be the greatest threat to the sustainable development of the Caribbean when it features so prominently in our efforts to achieve SDG 3? Good health and well-being.
The proposition represented by the Gingerland Secondary consisted of Najade Liburd and Ajuma Liburd. The opposition was represented by Charlestown Secondary School in the persons of Mikkel Meloni and Briandra Liburd. The moderator for the evening was Dr. Patricia Bartlett Pemberton. Still to come.
We have had various ambassadors and various representatives, high representatives from countries around the world who are here with us for our celebration of 35 years of independence.
The details after this break.
This one is going out to the land of my birth, Green City, Nevis.
Truly, one of the few places that has an untouched beauty that has captivated the hearts of many. Nevis is everything you imagine.
Welcome back. On Thursday, September 20th, St. Kitts and Nevis's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley, received a courtesy call from the non-resident British High Commissioner to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Her Excellency Janet Douglas. Their meeting took place at the office of the Premier at the Social Security Building at Pinnis Estate.
We're very happy to have her back with us. And we hope to have a discussion today. I know that she's here primarily to celebrate with us for independence, but certainly we continue to try to strengthen and deepen our relations with the United Kingdom, which has been a constant partner for St. Kitts and Nevis and continues to be a constant, strong partner for development in the Caribbean and in St. Kitts and Nevis in particular. So, welcome, Excellency.
The British High Commissioner said she was delighted to be in St. Kitts and Nevis.
I was here primarily to attend the 35th Independence celebration yesterday, which I thought went off extremely well, and I was impressed by the excellent turnout of everybody on parade. It was a great occasion, and congratulations to you for your 35th anniversary. But also, we also take opportunities to do business when we travel. And this is my first visit to Nevis. I'm particularly pleased to be here, and I will even be extending into doing a little bit of tourism over the weekend.
Good.
Brought my husband, but now down to work, and it's excellent. Thank you very much for seeing me, and we will be discussing matters of mutual interest, because, as the Premier said, we have an excellent and strong, lasting relationship, and this visit is another opportunity to deepen those ties further.
St. Kitts and Nevis works closely with the United Kingdom on various issues of common interest to their political and public agendas. They include joint advocacy on behalf of Caribbean small island developing states in the international community on the issue of climate change, leveraging education and skills for development by exploring opportunities to work together to ensure that the youth of the Federation have the necessary education and skills to support growth, and the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis continues to benefit from cooperation with the United Kingdom in the fight against crime. Meantime, Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley received a second courtesy call on Thursday morning, this time from Ambassador of Switzerland, His Excellency Urs Robert Schneider, who was also in the Federation to celebrate the 35th anniversary of independence of St. Kitts and Nevis.
And I want to welcome my very good friend, the ambassador from Switzerland, to St. Kitts and Nevis, who has returned to see us after he visited maybe a year ago. Switzerland, as we know, is a very important country in Europe. It's a country that we've had good relations with, and a country that we hope to continue to have good relations with. We have had various ambassadors and various representatives, high representatives from countries around the world who are here with us for our celebration of 35 years of independence. I want to thank you, Excellency, for coming to celebrate with us our independence, and also for this bilateral discussion that we hope to have as we continue to try to strengthen our relationship between St. Kitts and Nevis and Switzerland. So welcome to Nevis again, welcome to our country, and we certainly look forward to continued excellent relations with your country, and I want you to extend to your government and your people our gratitude for the good relations that we've enjoyed over these years.
During the visit, the ambassador wished to discuss pending matters on the establishment of a permanent mission to the United Nations in Geneva and presentation of a global fellowship for government fellows at the Geneva Center for Security Policy.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for receiving me, and first of all, congratulations to your 35 years of independence. That was a great thing yesterday to participate at the celebrations, and as you said, our relations are excellent, and we just want to keep them up. And I thank you also for your busy schedule, or despite your busy schedule, to receive me to have bilateral talks, which was very important for both of us.
On this visit, Ambassador Schneider also paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Apprentice Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.